All right, how's it going, everybody? I haven't made a video in a while. It's been a busy summer, doing a lot of tubing and stuff, working in the woods. But here's our newest project in the shop here. This is an F650. We purchased this to move some sap. I got like a 1,800 gallon tank coming, 17 or 1,800 gallon plastic tank coming for it. It is a Cummins with 6-speed. Really wanted to do that combination. Didn't really want to do the Cat, since how Cat doesn't make motors anymore. Didn't want to have issues with trying to get parts or whatever. And we're Ford guys, so wanted to give the 650 a try. We're doing brakes all the way around. This truck's a year 2000 and it has 16,000 miles on it. So the gentleman I got it from did not drive it much. Came from Massachusetts. So a little bit of rust here and there. We had to beat the frame off a little bit. It's double frame. We separated the pieces actually and got the rust out in between. And then somebody told us, oh, put some grease fittings on. So we added grease fittings on the frame so you can grease in between the sections of frame, the two pieces of frame. It's okay. My brother got these trunnion mount cylinders. The mount's done this past weekend. I think we're gonna like this setup. We weren't necessarily gonna go with the trunnion mount, but it's so hard to get things right now that that was what we could find. It's a 3-stage. Got the body sitting here, ready to go into the shop and be welded, that is. Pieces. We have started on that. Pretty good hinge we're doing here. 1/2 inch thick, mounted to the frame. Pin going right through the entire frame, the whole system. Pretty stout. We shortened the truck. The truck was a 16-foot or 18-foot body. Took that off, shortened the frame, moved the wheels forward 28 inches actually. It wasn't a bad job because there was another section of drive shaft in here that's right over here. That section of drive shaft, we just simply popped that out, rolled the wheels forward until that connected and said, yep, that's about what we want. So that was really easy. I'll take you into the shop here where we've got the body started. We're gonna be 8 feet on the inside so you can carry 2 4x4 round bales wide if you wanna haul round bales with it in the summer. And 5-inch channel on the base frame. The hinge will be welded right to that. So it's kept cut nice and low. There's no subframe or anything like that. And that's the start of the headboard. And so yeah, just another summer project. Soon to be completed. Oh no, we got a ways to go. We got the PTO on and everything. We got some plumbing to do and I gotta get these brakes together. Just waiting for parts. Like I need a nut for this rear axle. I gotta wait a couple days. I didn't realize it was so big. It's 3 7/16 on that rear axle, so I can't do the brakes yet because I can't get it apart. But we're getting there. Probably paint the cab and letter it up. Well, here it is, our newest sap truck in its completed form. Year 2000 F650 with 16,000 original miles. Purchased down in Massachusetts, about 3 hours away. Had to have it lowboyed up here as the brake lines were rotted off. A couple other things wrong with it. As I mentioned in another video there, it was 16 or 18 foot body on it. I forget now, 16 or 18. But anyways, we cut the frame off, moved the wheels forward, shorten it up a little bit. That's a 12-foot body on there. It's 8'5" on the outside. So you could actually put 2 round bales on the inside, so we can haul 6 round bales at a time with it. We're not hay dealers or anything like that, but we do make some round bales. Definitely done a lot of work to it. Got one more bug to iron out. We got a fuel pressure issue, a little bit. It's common with these Cummins engines, I guess, with the fuel pump that's on them. So we got to deal with that. But we got a pump coming to do that. But everything else is good to go. I made a voyage with it the other day, delivering some round bales to some mulch round bales to the neighbors. Worked well. So just kind of go through it a little bit what we did. It was in pretty tough shape. The frame was pretty rusty. It's a double frame, so we had to separate the frame, as I talked about in another video. Lights basically didn't work. On the front here, you couldn't see anything, so put in some LED headlights, LED fog lights. A paint job, nice fresh white paint, frames painted, new rims and tires. Okay, the virgin fronts, obviously. Fuel tank is nice and new. Believe it or not, the guy we bought it from had just put that tank on, so nice new fuel tank. We just repainted it, cleaned out the inside. Got these nice plastic fenders, keep the dirt from out underneath the body. It is a dump body, and it does stand up 72 degrees. We got a 3-stage cylinder on there, and it's probably a little ridiculous, but the cylinders were cheap. They were on Amazon. Got them for 300 bucks. They're a trunnion mount, so that was a little different for us to mount, being a trunnion. I never kind of done one like that, so it was a little different, but it came out pretty good. So you can see we don't have an extra frame under there. A lot of times with dump bodies, there's a frame underneath the dump body for the scissor hoist, and we don't want that. We want to keep it as low as possible because we're a gravity fill. We fill our tanks from the top, and we got to fit underneath some lines and stuff to get there, so we need to stay as low as possible, and it does fit. It is perfect, so we're good. Body is channel iron and structural box steel and structural channel iron, some flat steel. These little LED lights are pretty nice. And then we had it galvanized. We had it hot dipped. That was like $1,000 just for the hot dipping, but I tell you, came out really nice. We hot dipped a 1-ton body a couple years ago that we built, and something got bent in the heating process. It kind of warped it a little bit, but this one came out really nice. Plenty of LED lights in the back. You can see we did put new brakes on it all the way around, new brake lines. Got a little plastic toolbox there. Yeah, it's just a cheap little plastic one, but I don't plan on having too much in that, really, just some straps or whatever. Work lights up high. Built a hitch for it. Hitch plate, put a hitch on it. I think I'm gonna have to get a stronger hitch. Not too impressed with that little spindle hitch right there. I don't think that's gonna work for what I want to do. I want to be able to pull something with that. Now that I got a Class A CDL, I can pull a little bit more weight than a little 1-ton truck. So this is how we did our hinge. Some people wanted to see that. We went straight through the frame, straight through the hitch. Straight through with a shaft. There's a complete shaft, goes all the way across there. I think the tension 3/8, if I remember. And just welded those bosses on the outside, and there's bosses on the inside of the frame here. So you can see those are welded on with grease fittings. We have an auxiliary remote here. Not really sure what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I want to make a tailgate. Maybe that'll be the latch, to open the latch. Not really sure yet. I figure I'm going to have to make it into a dump truck so I can make money in the off season a little bit. So still going to have to add some sides to it, I suppose, and a back and all that, be able to move topsoil and dirt, rocks, whatever. So yeah. If you ever thought about getting an F650 for hauling sap, I definitely would recommend it. This does have the Cummins with the 6-speed transmission. It is an unsynchronized transmission, so you have to drive that like a big truck, double clutch and all that. It does take some getting used to if you've never driven anything like that, but it's not bad at all. I have no idea what the automatic is that they use. I know it's an Allison, but I kind of like the standard myself. I do wish there was some sort of exhaust brake. We do live on a big hill here. In my testing, it looks like I'm probably going to be coming down the hill, starting in the 3rd gear and then going to 2nd gear to hold back the weight. I got a 1,700 gallon tank going in here, so it's probably going to be 2nd gear. But whatever, we'll deal with it. We're not in a hurry. Just want to be safe and haul as much sap as possible. And again, this is a 26,000 pound truck. And a lot of people say, well, why don't you get a bigger truck and haul more weight, get a tandem? And that's all fine and dandy. Like I said, I do have a CDL now. My brother, my partner here, does not have a CDL, and he cannot get one. He cannot pass a DOT. He has a defibrillator on board, so he can't get the DOT physical. Our road commissioner does not want to see a bigger truck on the roads that we go on. So this is pretty much max. He doesn't want to see a truck with a 2 or 3 or 4,000 gallon tank on the dirt roads. So, and I respect that. I don't want to destroy the roads either. That's fine. You know, we're only picking up, my furthest bush is, you know, at 5,000 taps, 7 miles away. Not that big a deal. We got 3 trucks now. Yeah, there's only 2 of us to drive them, but you know, we got 3, so if one breaks down, should be good.